What is a monster, really? Is it a feral carnivorous beast with fangs long as knives and blood-red eyes, hunting villagers that stray too far simply because it is driven to sate its hunger? Or is it a petulant immortal child who uses inconceivable magical powers and weapons of mass murder that consciously chooses to fuel further its perpetual self-indulgence? The answer may vary depending on your viewpoint, but I think we can all agree that this definitely is a monster. An abomination, an unholy spawn of the devil's ass crack that needs to be purged from this world. Hello everyone, it's the spooky day in the noisy parts of the world, and that means a spooky video. Once again, it would be impossible without the help of the esteemed artistry peoples of Warframe. Thanks to their collective effort, I am delighted, I am able to present to you some of the spookiest, most terrifying and most disgusting Halloween attire ever conceived in the setting. There is some cursed shit. There's some extremely cursed shit. There's 6 pictures of a weapon so bad it's scary. And there's a 79 slide long presentation with different ghost costumes. We have ways to go. So, fasten your spooky seatbelts, if you will, and prepare for spooks. That wasn't it, by the way. Now, when you think Spooky Day, what's the first thing you think of? Yes, the famous Chinese strange orange melons with ridges. I believe the plant group is called squash, named after the bastardized tennis sport, which would explain why they are perceived as scary. So it makes perfect sense that many submissions revolve around these peculiar plants in a great variety of creative ways. Here's a pumpkin grendel. Here's a pumpkin grendel. Here's a pumpkin grendel with a ghost gouse! I think the artist subconsciously tapped into the actual design concept behind Grendel. I mean, just look at it. This is the official render for Grendel. Really? But wait, there's more. Whoa! What? I know it's hard to believe, but it turns out that this whole time Grendel's theme was not an insatiable, devouring biomechanical horror. It's actually a Chinese melon. We've got other uses of the spooky squash too, don't worry. Like this cute little arachnoid. And when I say little, it's a hyperbole because this is probably the exploiter orb. Still, look at it go! Wow! And this one I'm really torn about. It looks very nice and wholesome and not horrifying at all, which is deeply unsettling. It's beautiful, but it's really unnerving because there is seemingly nothing wrong with it, and that really messes with me. When it comes to the funny green cat, trademark, I've come to expect something like this. Like, it's glitching out again, and it wants forma. Wait, what? Anyway, according to my notes, this is either a buy 2 cases of beer or a Death Stranding reference. And I don't know much about the second thing. So, you know, scary. Perhaps unsurprisingly, for the spooky day, there is a lot of Cataclysm pictures. Some more life-scarring than others. I do want to highlight this one, however, which kinda has Cataclysm. The Ostron Harvest collection for the bloodthirsty biped and fluffy vacuum cleaner. There's several items and text, and there's thought and care put into it, and I just wanted to stop on it for a little while, because it's not often I will be able to say these things in this video. Case in point,
I gave up trying to come up with a description for this one. What can I even say to make it good? Let's see. Oh. If you look really close, real close, zoom up a little bit more on this area with the two orange Chinese melons, you discover a very well hidden jump scare! Kim Jong-un does it again! The Western civilization trembles before his craft. And while we are talking about war crimes, since national crime is now a thing, it's worth pointing out that NATO submissions are exactly what you would expect them to be. Well, this one is actually a costume, the rest are just people being horny. To a point where it actually gets scary, I guess, so that's justified. There's also bats, so, you know... Jump scare! Oh, I'm sorry, my fault. It was not a jump scare, it was a fairy osprey. Well, it's actually a fairy attack drone, but I don't think anyone other than me cares that there are 3 completely different units with different purposes, one of which is a large exo-atmospheric assault craft that share the exact same model. Truth is, the real horror story was Warframe's development all along. But that's kinda sad, so take us to something positive or fairy attack drone. Congratulations, I want to die now. Nah, really, let's see something nice for a change. A hero, but very blasphemous. A Titania, but as an anglerfish. And since we have Titania, an Oberon, but... spooky! Ooh. Saren, but a zombie. Not really sure what type of a zombie this is, but... oh. Wow! An unnecessary mode of play dressed as another unnecessary mode of play. Somebody once told me. Here's Davo in his natural habitat. Here's a crewman dressed as a storage container for dread blueprints. Here's me dressed in business casual. Here's Rhino dressed as the latest Prime Warframe. Now I would show you something scary, but most of it is like this. This is a terrifying picture, but not really so much scary as it is scarring. There's many submissions that evoke that kind of feeling, actually. It's odd. This one is very scary, but I feel that's a rather subjective thing. No, we should end on something properly scary. I did jump scares before, but they are not exactly that scary. The only scary thing about them is that you never know when they are going to occur. It could happen any second. Any time now. Any moment, really. Anyways, talking about scary, here is a scary thought. How scary would it be to dress as something and find a thing standing right behind you? Huh? Well, not scary in this case, like... but you get what I mean, huh? What else do I have? Right. Perhaps the scariest is this one, accompanied by text, because reading is also very scary in the current year. Quotation marks. You talked about putting costumes on the infested biothrall death machine of death. But what if the infested biothrall death machine of death was the costume? And what if what was hidden away inside was even scarier? The scariest of all the abominable monstrosities that roam the Origin system! Scarier even than host migrations, than the nerve hammer itself. What if what was inside was furry? Yeah, okay, maybe that's far too scary. Let's clean up and get it out of here. I have just the thing for this task. There is still a lot of other great art pieces not featured in this video. If you want to delight yourself with the entirety of them and 79 ghost costumes, good news! There's this video without my questionable commentary that has all the submissions. Now that we've reached the end of this, let's finish on something appropriate.